Hello, darlings. Welcome to my channel, Authentic Beauty Handmade Dolls and Crafts. In this video, I am going to introduce you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I am going to introduce you to my daily affirmation Jungle Beauty Goddess reading cards. And, well, guys, first let me just show you. This has been some serious work. So, let me be careful with them. I made all of these cards. I don't know if you can see this stack of cards here. It's about 150 cards or so, and each one of the cards represents something that the Jungle Beauty Goddesses would actually say. So the Jungle Beauty Goddesses are some dolls that I created. Well, they would be probably offended, but I created them approximately, I think maybe about 7 or 8 years ago now, I'm not sure. But their entire story came to me in a dream. I thought I was making dolls. I had no idea that I was actually creating beings from another dimension who had a serious story to tell. So I've written 2 science fiction books. Well, it's a book series, and then the first book is called Pretty Blue Ball. Second book, I think, is called Aquatic Ball, and it's the story of the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, why they came to this planet, so forth and so on. But the Jungle Beauty Goddesses have always talked to me. They are very opinionated, very outspoken, and they always have so much to say about what's happening in the world and what's going on. So for some of you who have watched some of my videos, I made a wisdom doll, and the wisdom doll just really turned my life completely upside down. And I just started thinking another way. I was meditating, and the idea came to me to create daily affirmation cards for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses based on their personalities. So we have these 7 sisters who were all born at the exact same time. They're septuplets, and they have to share the creation of this planet, and they're supposed to be responsible for the planet. But they decided to create human beings and place them like this one little tiny portion of Africa on the continent. And they thought, at this point, they just thought, you know what, we're going to put them here. It's warm, it's food. We can go off in the universe, do our thing. We don't have to worry about them, you know, because we don't want to babysit a bunch of unevolved beings. That was their thing, even though they were supposed to, like, you know, watch them, monitor them, help them. And they always hated their duties as deities. They just thought, no way. So they placed the beings in this little portion of Africa. And one of their sisters was missing, and they came back to the planet to look for her, and they were just so surprised at the state of the planet. So some of the sisters are upset about the whole global warming, but the other sisters feel like, what do you expect? They needed to keep their, you know, food cold. They needed to build homes. Like, so what, the ozone layer is missing? It's not humans' fault. It is our fault, because we were out gallivanting in the universe doing what we want to do, and they were doing the best they knew how to do to survive, because when they called us, we weren't there. And the other sisters feel like, no, humans are wasteful, and they were giving examples about how sometimes people kill elephants for their tusk, and how humans are exploiting and not treating the planet with respect. So they have this verbal, they have different views about almost every topic, and sometimes they agree on topics, a lot of times they don't. So let me just give you a quick example, but I think I'm just going to go through the cards a little bit. So each sister would give you completely different advice based on her responsibility, her frequency to the planet. So if you were to, let me just get my cards here. Oops, I don't want them to fall off. I've been doing a lot of work on these cards. So if you were to pull cyanides, and she has they have each about 20 cards apiece. So this card says no regrets. Now, cyanide is the Jungle Beauty Goddess who is responsible for living in the moment. And anything you ask her, her answer is probably going to be something about, you know, be unpredictable, be spontaneous, one of her cards here, it says, if you are waiting to deserve happiness, it will elude you forever. So this is one of her cards. Now, the way I came up with the sayings on each of the cards is I simply asked my dolls, child. They live right here in my living room around the table. They talk to me every day. So here's another cyanide energy. Live as if the only time you would ever have is now. So this is the type of thing that she would say to you. Be unpredictable. Do it now. Now, Namib has a totally different personality, and you would draw a totally different energy from her and a different advice from her. And I'm just giving you some examples of some of the cards, because this, like I said, it's about 150 or so cards. Each doll has at least 20 cards a piece. So Namib represents the soul, and she says, give your mind time to accept the wisdom of your soul. Forgive yourself. So she's all about humans being infinite beings, that you have, you know, an infinite amount of lifetimes to get it right. Don't worry. Take care of your soul. Take care of yourself. Like, she feels that if you make a mistake, like, say for example, you're debating if you want to, you know, sleep with a guy who is married. Her position would really be that you're an infinite being, and that you would probably come back at some point, and you would be that woman who someone is cheating with your husband. Like, you have an opportunity to feel what it's like to be on the other side. So she looks at everything as from an eternal perspective. So here's another one of her cards. It says, you are a timeless and limitless being. Proceed in this manner. So, you know, here's, you know, her whole thing is, you're going to be here, child, forever and ever. So you got time to get it right. She says, let it go. Some things are not meant to be known. It is not for your highest good. So sometimes we ask questions, and, you know, their position is, you know what, you probably don't even need to know this, child. You need to think about something else. Here's another one. You were born with everything you need to know. She said, wait, I'm sorry. You were born with everything you need. Know this. Like, sometimes we feel like, oh my God, I'm not tall enough. I'm not smart enough. Well, I don't have the things I need. She feels that every human incarnates on this planet, they were born with every single thing they need to be successful. So the next Jungle Beauty Goddess. Now, if you're, you know, Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari, she's all about love. And if you ask her, she'll say whatever the question is, the answer is probably something to do with love. And here's an example. She says, trust love. So here's her card, and trust love. Here's another example of Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. She says, whatever the question, love is the answer. That's exactly what I said about her. Like, I remember when I was making her, Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari, in my opinion, has a very Pollyannish, loving spirit. Like, she believes that love is the most important thing in the world. So if you ask her, well, you know, there's this guy that I love, and I think he's married, should I be with him? She's going to want to know, like, well, do you really, really love him? Does he really, really love you? Love conquers all. That's her whole mentality. She also believes that you should love yourself, and that, you know, that type of thing. So here's some other examples for Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. You can't help who you, let me get it in focus here. It's kind of, okay, here we go. You can't help who you love, but you can help how you allow yourself to be treated. So there's another example. Here's another one for her. True love is wanting what is best for the highest good for all parties. So sometimes, you know, we want what's best for us, but if you really truly love somebody, you want what's best for them as well. And here's one more example, because she from Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari. Hold on a second here. It is impossible for someone to love you. Let me get it in focus. It is impossible for someone to love you more than you love yourself. So this is her card. And now we're going to move to Jungle Beauty Goddess Chalby, who really is my favorite. I don't know why. She is just, she really doesn't care for humans. She loved the dinosaurs. Her sisters voted the dinosaurs off the planet because they felt that the dinosaurs were unevolved, that they weren't higher order beings. They didn't have, they wanted beings who would grow and evolve, and they thought that they would take care of the planet. They thought the dinosaurs were just big, and but anyway, Chobby was completely devastated when the sisters said no more dinosaurs. But she thinks that humans are kind of whiny and they don't take responsibility and accountability for their behavior. So if you're pulling in Chobby energy, Chobby is going to tell you, girl, you need to do what you need to do. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to have courage. You need to be brave. Like, I think she pulls at the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is responsible for our courage and our confidence in ourselves. So I'm going to give you some examples of Jungle Beauty Goddess Chobby's energy. Speak your truth with audacity. Another example from Jungle Beauty Goddess Chobby is, you have the courage to stand up for yourself. So this is her card here. Trying to get it in focus. Yeah, you have the courage to stand up for yourself. And then another example from Chobby would be, trust your gut, use your resolve to move forward. So if you're in a situation where you're just, you don't really, feel comfortable, she's telling you, no, trust what you're feeling, use your resolve, everything inside of you, and go for it. Do what you need to do. Here's another example from Jungle Beauty Goddess Chobby. First, I'm going to let you look at her picture. Then we're going to move up a little bit. Anger means a boundary has been crossed. You must fix it. So she's like, again, she's challenging in on, if somebody pissed you off, you need to do something about it. Here's another one of her cards. She says, protect yourself. So here's the picture. And then here, let me get over and focus. Protect yourself. I'm just going to do one more. Be brave. Don't look back. Oh, and just one more I thought I was done. Unleash your confidence again. This is Jungle Beauty Goddess Chobby. I guess you can see she's my favorite because I'll pull way too many of her cards. Like for an example, watch your back. So maybe like if something is going wrong, or you don't know if you can trust somebody, or if you need to, look out for yourself, Jungle Beauty Chobby is like, okay, you need to watch your back, child. So now we're going to move on to Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. Now, Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara is a true left-brainer. Left-brainers are people who are very logical, very analytical. They like things in order. She believes that you should do your research. You should know what you're talking about. You should be well-read. She's very logical, analytical. She's a thinker. So if you're pulling Sahara energy, she's telling you, look, you need to look into this matter. You need to do some research. You need to think about it. Don't be emotional. That's one of the key factors about her, is that she really feels that, please use your brain, use your mind, use your intellect. Do not use your heart. Whereas Kalahari would tell you, definitely use your heart. So here is one of her example from, this is Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. And she says, think about it on this card. And I'm going to put another card from Jungle Beauty Goddess. Here's the picture of her. Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. Let me trying to pull this and put this in focus. This is challenging. Okay. And then this is what her card says. Knowledge is power. I wish I had polished my nails. I'm just going to regret this later. I just hope it doesn't have like the foundation in it, but okay. So anyway, another example for Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara. This here is her picture on this card. Let's see, can I get a better picture here? There we go. And then her card says, how you think will determine your happiness. Now remember, when I was developing these cards, I actually meditated and I spoke to my dolls, and I already know what their personalities are and what they represent or their frequencies. I don't know if I want to say personalized, but maybe their frequencies that they're resonating at. So here's another example from Sahara. Here is her picture. And let me see. Just a second. Okay. I'm just gonna, it's really, okay, here we go. Weigh the facts, make a logical decision. So she's saying, you know, she's all into the facts and weighing what's going on and not being emotional. What you know, believe, and how you think will have the greatest impact on your life. So again, this is Sahara. She's all about the way you think and how it impacts your life. So now we're going to move on to Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara. And her energy is all about the root chakra, about your survival on this planet, about your body. How do you feel about your body? Are you taking care of your body? What about your health? What is your mission on this planet? What did you come here to do? These are the type of questions that she is going to resonate with, or the type of advice she's going to answer. Now, when you do a reading, there's never a yes or no answer, like you need to go and quit your job. No, it's not like that. It's for you to connect to the information with your higher self and make a decision. Like no one or nothing should ever, you should feel like it's telling you what to do. But kind of like sometimes when I ask God for a sign, and then I'll see a cardinal or I'll see a butterfly, and then I know that I'm doing the right thing, or it's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I think that these cards are similar to that. It's like asking the universe for a sign and then receiving that, those signs for your higher self, for your conscious, your subconscious, to bring the information forth from your subconscious to your conscious mind, so that you can make a decision. So let's pull in Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara's energy. So here's some examples from her cards. Know that you are beautiful just the way you are. So again, like if you are a person who may be contemplating, having cosmetic surgery or something like that, a lot of times people don't like their earth suit. They don't know why they're this way or this color, or they hate themselves. And so she is the person, the deity, the doll from another dimension, child, who is pulling in that frequency. So here's another example from from Katara. Ask your body what it needs to feel healthy. So again, like maybe you may have some health issues, or maybe you're not getting enough rest or sleep. But if you're pulling in a lot of Katara energy, when I say a lot of energy, what I mean is I've been doing like practice readings, and so if you pull, like sometimes I would do like the Celtic, I think they call it the Celtic cross, and I have like a list of different types of readings that I've been going over, and some readings a particular goddess would dominate, and so I know that reading is really strong for that particular goddess, and her message is the, I don't want to say it's the dominant theme, and therefore it's something that you need to focus on. So I've done some readings for my friends and family, and like if a person is concerned about love, they pull in a lot of Kalahari. So we may have about 10 cards, and 4 of those cards or 5 are Kalahari. And then if you pull in Kalahari and Jungle Beauty Goddess Sinai, that is just, in my opinion, if you're looking for real love, Sinai represents doing it now. It's all about the moment, and Kalahari is all about love. So it's almost like a little bit of a conflict, because I feel like if you are looking just for a hookup or just somebody to be with, to me, it's like Sinai is perfect with a little bit of Kalahari. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship or somebody to marry you, you would want to pull in Jungle Beauty Goddess Kalahari and Jungle Beauty Goddess Sahara, because I think the person that you would want to be with right now and have a good time with and have fun with is not exactly the person that you would want to marry. So anyway, let me finish with Katara. So Katara, again, she represents the body. Don't ignore physical pain. So you may be having some pain and you're contemplating whether you should go to the doctor, what you should do about it. Here is another example of Katara, and she says your destiny is what you decide to do. So again, she talks about your mission on this planet and what you signed up for and what you know, I think she says something, here's another one. Is your current behavior investing in or depleting your future DNA? So basically she's saying, like, if you're smoking or if you are not eating healthy, if you're not taking care of yourself, are you investing in your, you know, like when you eat healthy, it's like, you know, putting, you know, investing in your health. When you are maybe smoking or doing drugs or not taking care of yourself or not getting enough rest, then you are depleting your future DNA. Another example from her, which is all her theme. It's all about your mission, all about the planet, all about the root chakra. She says, listen to your body. So whatever your body is telling you, I need more sleep, I need more rest, I need more time alone, or whatever it is, Jungle Beauty Goddess Katara is pulling in that energy. And this is where this is something that she would want you to pay attention to and maybe work on. So I think I have, oh, just a second here. I think I actually have gone over all the goddess. Oh, no, I haven't. I have one more goddess for you, and that is a Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar. So now we have Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar, who is, I think Chalby and Afar are actually my favorite of the goddesses. And they were the last two goddesses that I created, and they came in really strong. I thought I was finished at 5. But anyway, Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar is all about the imagination. She's all about being innovative and creative. And she feels that whatever you want to create, you have the ability to create it because you are a creator. So she's that person who feels like you should never complain about, oh, I don't have the perfect job. She doesn't understand why you couldn't create the perfect job, why you couldn't or why couldn't you write a proposal, or why couldn't you start your own business, or why couldn't you make the pair of shoes that you've been trying to buy, or why couldn't you, you know, she's all about innovation, creativity, ingenuity, astuteness, she being crafty. She's kind of the bad girl. Like in my Jungle Beauty Goddess series, she is the sister who created the mermaids, who honestly feel that they have a right to the planet because humans have destroyed the planet, which we're not going to get too much into the story. The Jungle Beauty Goddess book series is going to be available in a PDF format on my Etsy channel, on my Etsy website, but not right, you know, it's on this, I don't want to get off course right now because I really just want to share the cards with you. So here is Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar, and she's all about ingenuity and just be creative. So again, you know, when you pull her, she's a person who's going to say, hey, you can do whatever you want to do if you're willing to create it. Here's another Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar card. And I'm just going to slowly pull her up here. She says, find another way to solve the problem. Let's pull in another Jungle Beauty Goddess Afar. And here's her picture. I'm going to move it up slowly. See, can I get it in focus here? And we're going to go up. And she says, creativity is not a special gift. You are a creator. A lot of people feel like, oh, but I'm not creative. She said, oh, yeah, you are. You can do whatever you want to do. Create whatever you want. She doesn't want to hear it. Here's another of her cards. And she says, let's pull it up. Be crafty. Create the life you deserve. Okay. She would tell you, Charlie, if you want to go get that man, if you want to go and do what you want to do, if you want to start your business, if you want to wear purple, green, and black hair mixed with polka dots, she said go for it and make it happen. And then here's another example. Let me get her in focus here. Here's her picture. and you can create whatever you want. And now she's saying, you know, more than that. I just tried to pull out the cards that I felt represented them in the most succinct fashion. So I know you may be thinking to yourself, why would I be interested in your Jungle Beauty Goddess daily affirmation reading cards? Because guess what, guys, I am going to be doing readings every day, delivering messages from the universe, from the Jungle Beauty Goddesses on my channel. I am going to continue to make dolls and do other crafts. So there will be some days where you're going to see 2 videos, but every day I'm going to do a very simple reading, and it's going to be a message from the universe, from the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, via the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, and I'm going to share it with you in hopes to inspire someone, or maybe it resonates with you. Now, my messages from the universe are going to be timeless and evergreen. That means it's not going to be based on any astrological sign or the date or a person's birthday. It's just going to be a message that has come through from the universe that I'm going to share with you. Now, what I also want to do is, if you have a question, yes, if you have a question, leave it in my comment box below, and I will select the question and do a reading. Now, know that because I'm doing a general reading without, you know, developing a connection with you, that it's, you know, it's not going to be as accurate as if I was doing a reading with you personally, you know, tapping into your energy. But just for fun and just for entertainment purposes, you leave a question for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses in my comment box below, and I will select a question, and I will be more than happy to do a reading for that particular question. I may not be able to get to everybody over time, but you know, right now, guys, hey, let's just have some fun. So the readings that I have been doing for my family and friends, they have been so on point that it's scaring them. Like, seriously, like my boyfriend, who is the biggest skeptic in the world, he was completely blown away. Like, he just thought, like really. And so yeah, so like just family and friends, and I've just been having a good time with them. Now I want to tell you guys how I made these cards. I took the pictures of the Jungle Beauty Goddesses over time, and they have a nice little, you know, this is a, what do you call it, a free domain picture of nebula from outer space. And then I took like a marker, like, if you, I don't know, let me see if I can show you a little picture here. They smell so good too. So you see, I wanted them to have this very mystical and just old ancient wisdom type look to them. Guys, do you know that I actually cut out every single card by hand? So, and actually what I did was, I took 2 pieces of cardboard, I used Mod Podge, I painted, you know, like this, and then I put the 2 cards together, and then I took like a metal type marker, like a metallic, and I went around the edges. And for some of them, I don't know if you can see here, I actually used some I forgot what this stuff is called, this crystal called glaze, to like make her eyes pop a little bit. And I let it dry, and then I used some King Solomon oil to anoint around the edges. I saged the cards, I prayed over the cards, I used some crystals and quartz to leave on the cards. Like, I really have treated them as if, you know, like they're special. And so when my family is like super shocked, like, I can't believe this is what is this, I'm just like, it's the Jungle Beauty Goddesses. I told you they were very serious about their whole, you know, energy. So guys, I have, you know, thank you so much for sharing this moment in time with me. I look forward to starting after this video having the daily readings on my channel. Don't forget to leave questions for the Jungle Beauty Goddesses so that we can all have a good time listening to the sisters answer those questions. And at some point I like to go live and do live readings, but right now I'm just trying to get myself together. My fingers are broke from just trying to cut out all those cards. Oh, it's so much work. I thought I would never finish. And I'm going to, after I get the daily readings set up, I'm going to go back and start adding some tutorials for dolls and other crafts. And sometimes I get a little antsy and I want to give my opinion about something. So anyway, I know there's a doll inside of you who is just dying to come to life, but only you can breathe life into her. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.